Senior Day, a day where all the eldest members of the team come together to celebrate their successes. From Pop Warner to high school and then college, the long journey comes down to this moment. But before we go to this moment, let's take the journey.
We knew that we were going to build on last season and make this season better. I think we still underachieved, I think, and lost some close games that I think, looking back, we should have won. But we needed to improve in a lot of areas to win those games, and we weren't able to get it done. But we did correct some of those mistakes, and I thought improved as the season went on. Even though we were playing better and better teams, we improved in a lot of areas on offense, defense, and special teams, and it paid off for us at the end. And that's really what it's all about. When you can see your hard work start to pay off in winning some games, which we did, it makes it all worth it.
Drake Field, home of the Mooresville State Mustangs. Every Saturday, the Herd play here against teams with the hopes of coming on top. And on that top, the Mustangs will be led by Curt Fitzpatrick, who is in his 5th season as head coach. Under center for the Mustangs will be junior signal caller Brandon Gwinner, who replaces Corey Benedetto as he was lost to graduation. High-flying emotions are in the air as the new season is about to start for the Herd. The team will start 4 straight at home for the start of the season.
Right? We're all in green. Green wins today. Green wins today. Play together. Be fundamentally sound. Be great in all 3 phases of the game. And pick each other up. Remember we talked about the ups and downs of the game. And there's going to be some. There's going to be a lot more ups and downs. But when there are the downs, man, let's stick together and get to the other side. Get this thing going. Right, 1-0 is the goal. Who we play for? We play for each other. We play for each other. Together we stand. Together we stand. Together we fall. Together we fall. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. 1 for 1. 1 for 1.
There are things that we need to improve on, big time. We need to become a better tackling team. We need to be smarter on defense, right? When you look at the stats, I don't know what the stats are, but I would imagine that we were the much more heavily penalized team. Settle. Right. Nope. Settle. Right.
With week 1 in the books, the Mustangs entered their bye week. Last game saw the Mustangs outgaining Norwich in the ground game with nearly 400 yards of total rushing. However, they will be without their lead back. Senior running back Darrell West is expected to miss the season after suffering a leg injury. This means more carries for junior running back Nicholas Edmond. Both teams are sitting at an identical 1-0 record as both teams are looking to add the first L on each other's season. Last time we saw the Mustangs, they were coming off of a 34-20 win against Norwich University. Buffalo State, on the other hand, is coming off a come-from-behind win against Bridgewater State with the final score of 20-19. It's the first conference game for both teams as they begin league play. It's an Empire 8 weekend here in Mooresville and in the Herd.
Oh yeah! Oh, you did!
Well, I think, like I just told our team, this one game is not going to define who our team is for the season. I mean, this was a game that it's going to sting. Anytime you put so much effort into something and it doesn't turn out the way you want, then it does hurt. There's no avoiding that, but it's going to be short-lived, and we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to get ready to work and go out and try to get back in the win column next weekend.
Week 3 surely lived up to the anticipated hype. In a game that accounted for over 1,000 yards of total offense, it literally came down to the final play. Sure, the Mustangs didn't receive the results that they wanted, but it could be said that the fans were on the edge of their seat.
Oh, I think Nichols is a team we don't know a whole lot about them. This is the first time that we've played Nichols, so I think expectations are that they're going to be a good football team. I know that they've been building their program, and they were able to have a winning season last season. So I think they're going to come in here. They have a 2-1 record. We don't know a whole lot about their opponents either that they've played. But I anticipate them coming in here expecting to come in and get a W. And so we're trying to not let that happen and then defend our home turf and bounce back from a tough loss last week versus Buffalo State.
Offense, we got the best offense, we got the best defense. Punches comes from offense, get this double.
It was just that we had to get over a lot of adversity. We just had to score back to back. We just had to run the ball, use our pass, run. We had to just attack them so we can just score and put up some points.
I'm Greg Elliott, number 94 from Waterville Central School, and I'm an entrepreneurship and small business management major.
I play with a lot of seniors, and I wish them nothing but the best. I think that it's a huge accomplishment to play football here for 4 years.
Week 5 was a great game for the Herd to rebound after suffering a loss just a week earlier. In it, the Mustang edged Nichols in total offensive yards 430 to 427. Most of it could be credited to the Herd's strong running game, which was spearheaded by a 153 rushing performance by Brandon Gwinner. With the win, the Mustangs improved their records to 2-1, surpassing their total wins from the previous season. This is one of the most important times of the season, as former players and alumni come together to celebrate a new year for Mooresville State College. With that being said, the Herd will host Union College.
If anything else, fellas, if the first combo goes to a linebacker, the next one's got to go to the next linebacker backside.
I expect Union to be they have a lot of history and tradition in their program. I expect them to be a very well coached physical team. I think it's a great opportunity for our program to play somebody new, somebody that we haven't played before that does have a very rich football tradition, and so I'm excited for the opportunity for our players. It's just about playing fundamentally sound football. We need to tackle well. They're a much different style offense than Nichols presented us last week. They use more tight ends and fullbacks and are a run first team. That their quarterback is talented though, and they can use the play action pass to get the ball down the field. So we've just got to play fundamentally sound, read our keys, continue to tackle better like we did in the second half against Nichols. And if we can do that, then we have some great players and some playmakers on defense and I expect us to be up to the challenge.
All right, Aaron will be an honorary captain for us today. I want to make today a very special day for him. Aaron's 17 years old. His mother wrote me a whole paragraph about what he likes to do, and he loves sports, and he loves animals, and he does horseback riding, and all this stuff. Seems like a great kid. I'm happy to have him today for the game. To witness our homecoming win against you. All right? Let's have a great day, guys. Play together for 60 minutes. Stay focused for 60 minutes. It's going to take 60 minutes of hard football to get this win.
Program got a horse. But then when that happened, all the people from the equine, like the dean of the equine program, said it was awesome. The horse was huge. It took off. It almost ran over Hartwick's team.
Mooresville comes in winners of their previous contest, defeating Nichols College with a score of 44-22. On the opposition, the Union comes in winners of 3 straight as they defeated Curry College with the score 17-14.
Win the turnover margin, be the least penalized team, play for 60 minutes. If we commit to that, we're going to be happy again this football game. We're going to be very happy. Right? Play together, ride through the adversities, stay poised, and let's get a W. Right? Play our brand of football.
I'll tell you, it's like, hey, my mindset is not, let's go out and try to lose next week. You know, obviously we're going to try to be better next week, correct our mistakes, and we're going to try to win our next game. That's the one thing about football. You don't get second chances, so we can't rewind and replay that game. It's over. We got to learn from it and try to put our best foot forward. I'll tell you, that's what this football team is going to do. We're not going to sulk. It hurts, but we're going to move forward and try to win next week against Hartwick.
Week 5 gave fans a deja vu of 3-3 action. Yes, it wasn't as high scoring like Buffalo State game, but it had fans at the edge of their seats. The ingredients of a classic homecoming. The game could be literally defined by 2 words for Mustang fans: wide right. It should be noted that senior wide receiver Joe Faneuil had a career day in the loss. Faneuil recorded 15 receptions for 161 yards and a score.
I think we just got to continue and improve on our execution down the stretch. In our conference, we're going to play a lot of close games, and we haven't so far this year. We haven't been able to come out on top in the close games. So I think we just have to focus in the fourth quarter of these games and executing in all three phases. And we were so close against Union. In doing that, we came up a little bit short. I think it gives us some things that we know we have to work on to be able to win a close game against a very good Hartwick team this Saturday.
The Mooresville State Mustangs will have the opportunity to travel for the first time this season as they take on the Hartwick Hawks. Last time out saw the Mustangs drop to 500 as they lost a heartbreaker to Union College with the final score of 28-27. Hartwick, on the other hand, losers of their last game as the Hawks fell short to the Pioneers of Utica College with the final score of 24-28. The Mooresville State Mustangs put up a good fight against Hartwick. In a game that saw the Mustangs edging the Hawks running game 162-161, it was the second quarter explosion by Hartwick that doomed the Mustangs from achieving the win they wanted.
My name is Tyler Calley. I'm a senior here at Mooresville State College. My major is criminal justice. My number is 54. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Abraham Lincoln High School.
To all the seniors of this year, congratulations. You guys have done well. You should be proud of yourselves. And I hope your future, everything goes well for you. Thanks, guys.
Now with the Hartwick game being over, the next 3 weeks present the Mustangs the ultimate challenge. The attempt to unseat the undefeated Brockport Golden Eagles, the defending Empire 8 champion Alfred Saxon, and a feisty Cortland squad. Ranked at number 13 nationally, Brockport is spearheaded by sophomore quarterback Joe Jaramillo and a solid offensive line. Alfred, the defending conference champion, isn't expected to give Mooresville an easy win either, having defeated the Herd from the previous season. And Cortland isn't far removed from winning the conference, taking it in 2015. As the Herd prepares to play the top 3 teams in the conference, this will be a true testament to the season. It has been a tough patch for the Herd, with a trio of losses against Brockport, Cortland, and Alfred. The Herd once promising season is starting to slip away. It is something unimaginable as the season begins to wind down. And with that, the question is whether the seniors will allow the pressure from the fans get to them. With the Mustangs playing the final home game of the season against St. John Fisher, the senior knows that this is a must-win game for them as they mentally and physically prepare for their final home stands. Perhaps no one is more prepared than head coach Kurt Fitzpatrick. Following his playing days as quarterback in the early 2000s, Fitzpatrick got his first coaching gig with his alma mater, culminating with an appearance in the 2006 Division III semifinals. And like the senior, this game means more.
Honestly, it's a little bit surreal. Coach Vosberg, the head coach at St. John Fisher, it was the head coach when I played and coached there. So he's a man that I have a ton of respect for. he's probably the reason why I got into coaching, and has been a great mentor to me. It is surreal. You know, I think back to all the memories that our players here at Morrisville are generating throughout their time, all the team meetings and the team meals and the bus trips, and he was at the center of all of that for me as a player. And then now, spin it forward a decade or more, and now I'm a head coach. And I know that I'm helping to create memories for my players in the same way. That's a very humbling feeling and thought. And every time that we play against St. John Fisher, it helps me kind of refocus on that a man that had such a positive impact on me in a football program and school that had a positive impact on me, I wouldn't be here without my experiences there. It's just very humbling to know that that hopefully I'm having an impact on one of my guys the way that Coach Vosberg and Fisher had an impact on me. Obviously the season hasn't gone as we had hoped in the preseason, but that's something that as players and coaches and as our program that we've that you got to deal with. I think we learned some valuable lessons, and that things don't always go the way that you want, and the only thing you can control is your effort and response to some of the outcomes that you have. So we're going to continue to play hard. We're banged up with injuries right now, but we're going into the Fisher game understanding that that both teams are 0-0 this week. And Fisher's had some of the same struggles that we've had throughout the course of the season. Their season hasn't gone as they had hoped either. So I think you're going to see two teams that are just hungry to win a game.
Hi, I'm Joseph Faneuil, number 7, play wide receiver from Clash Savannah High School, and my major is B-Tech Management.
I hope today goes well, and good luck to everybody, and I wish everybody luck with their future.
Let's go get one tomorrow. Senior day, last home game for your seniors. Let's send you guys out the right way. All right, but you guys got to lead us now. No one else is going to do it for you. You guys got to lead us.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 94, Greg Elliott. Ladies and gentlemen, number 32, Graham Nelson. Sean, ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Kendall Clark. Being Mustang Kim is being able to say you have 100 new brothers every year and build a bond never be broken, joined by his parents. Number 54, Tyler Calvin. Number 9, Courtney Forrest Jr. Jada, ladies and gentlemen, number 7, Joseph Raymond.
Our guys made plays. This guy right here, our receivers, guys on defense. When we had to make plays, we made clutch plays, and that's what a young team. We're growing and we're learning how to make those plays in clutch moments. We missed some of those earlier in the season, but we made them today, and I think it shows our growth as a team. build on it. We want to build on it. We're still hungry for more. We want to go out and finish the season with a win.
Hey, good job. Good job. A gain of 6. Riviera on the tackle.
Squeeze it down. Okay, squeeze it down. Keep the outside free.
I have so much respect for that program that I can't control my emotions. Thank you guys, seniors. Thank you guys. This is the way it's supposed to be. That was a game we promised to play for 60 minutes. We promised each other, and we did. And there were ups and downs, and we just kept playing, and we kept playing. And if we just keep playing fundamentally sound, and keep playing smart, and keep just doing your job, and encouraging your teammates, good things will happen. They will happen. You have to have faith in the process. You have to have faith in it. You just got to keep going. And that's why we won that game today. There were ups and downs in that game. I'll tell you what, 3 things happened. 3 things happened. We played well in the kicking game, won the turnover battle. We stopped number 5.
Had a rough start. My first start last week. Came trying to do the stuff that I didn't do well last week, and great calling this week. Great execution by all my players around me, and we ended up getting the win. I just did my job as a backup QB. That's all you can ask for. Well, Gwinner's one of my good friends. So once he gets healthy, it'll be a help to our program, and he's a great football player. That's all I can say.
Hi, my name is Kendall Clark. I play linebacker. I wear number 10. I'm a senior here at Mooresville. I'm a criminal justice major, and I went to Samuel J. Tilden High School.
You could feel the emotion for both Coach Fitz and the senior class. For Coach, this was the first time in his career where he defeated his former coach for the very first time. And for the seniors, this was the best way to leave Drake Field, winning. Something no one can take away. This game also marked the end of the Mustangs' 4-game losing streak and the potential beginning of the William Flateau era. In only his second collegiate game, Flateau throws 5 touchdown passes, including a game winner that sparked new life to the Mustangs. As the team prepare to play their final game against Utica, there's only one thing in their mind: strong finish.
Just want to finish strong. We've got some momentum after our game last week and the big win versus St. John Fisher. So, we just want to carry that into to our last game on the road at Utica and try to finish this season strong, send our seniors out the right way, and then give us some momentum going into the off season. Yeah, I mean it's there's a lot of similar feelings. It's a little bit different because I was wherever you play as a student athlete, that's a special experience, and for me that was at St. John Fisher. I also know that my opportunity that I got from Coach Fagiano and the program at Utica College. I wouldn't be here today without them either, and without Coach Fagiano. So it definitely is a different feel of a game for me, even different than the game against Fisher. But it's not about feelings. Football is not about feelings. It's about actually executing and playing well and coaching well. So that's going to be our focus this week.
Mooresville comes in today having defeated the Cardinals of St. John Fisher in a close 35-28 win. Utica, on the other hand, losers on the road a week ago to SUNY Cortland with a close 23-24 loss. With the season coming to a close, both teams will want to have a solid finish to bring momentum into the next season.
Okay, locked in, ready to go. Fly around, make this a plays today. Fly around, make plays, communicate to each other.
Fellas, say it again, man. It's an honor to play all of y'all here, man. From day one camp, we started a bond, man, and we never fucking broke it, man. Even though we had somebody added on, we still part of the brotherhood, man. Still part of the linebacker league, baby. I don't know if it's gonna be my last round, but fuck it. I'm gonna play like it's my last round.
Let's go, yo. Let's go.
Yeah. Ain't shit more than about the season, man. It's about us, fellas. We'll get the W, man.
It's going to be a 60-minute fight. It's a very good defense. Okay, we're a very good offense. Right? When it's your turn to make a play, make it. Whether it's a block, a throw, a catch and then a throw. Oh yeah, make your plays. Execute. Let's communicate.
Baby, let's go! Let's go!
You ready?
Intended for number 4, Raquel Bradshaw.
That was a loss down, second and 15.
We are in orange. Nobody leaves their man. Nobody leaves their man.
The snap, the hold, the kick is up from the car. Medici doesn't have enough. It's no good. It turned to the left. And the Mustangs will walk away with a long victory to close out their 2017 season.
I'm just happy for our players. I'm happy for our seniors. I'm happy for everyone in our program. You know, there was a long stretch in the middle of that game, in the middle of the season when we struggled a little bit, weren't playing great football, but I think it shows the mental toughness that we have and the potential that we have to bounce back in the end with 2 conference wins against two solid teams. I'm just happy for all of our guys, including this guy right here.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I just want to thank Coach Fitch for giving me a shot. I sent him a highlight tape a long time ago, and he gave me a shot, and I really appreciate it. But second, my O-line, man, those guys are big up front, man. They're physical, and they make a lot of holes for me. I just want to thank them. It's a good win, you know, start building on for next year. 2 conference wins against 2 good teams, just like Coach said. We're young, but those young guys, they're really, really good. So in the future, we're going to be really, really good, and I'm just excited to see what we can do next year.
Yo,
One more time, I fucking love you guys. Yo, family on three. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family. One defense. Hey, yo.
What a storybook ending for the Herd to end their season on a positive note. A 2-game win streak to finish their season, 4-6. With the win, Mooresville State was able to finish third in the Empire 8 with the hopes of using this momentum to carry on to next season.
I think the expectations are always high. I mean, you know, that's why we were disappointed that we're only able to win 4 games this year and not more, because I think we always expect more of ourselves. And I wouldn't want to change that. I always go into the season with high expectations, and then you are what you are, you know. And we were a 4-6 team this year, which was an improvement on the season before, and I think we'll improve next year. But there's no guarantees. We definitely have some young guys who will step up. Some names that didn't get a lot of recognition this year that will next year. You know, to single any guys out, it wouldn't be fair to do that, because it is still early so early in the process, and Team 2018 is only 1 day old now. We just have to keep improving. We gotta have a growth mindset. We have to as a coaching staff, our focus needs to be on developing our players academically, athletically. In the weight room, we need to get stronger as a team. There's no doubt about that. You know, and we've got some talented young guys, but we need those guys to be talented veteran players eventually, if we're going to have more success than we had this season. And I think we will continue to grow. Our staff is going to focus on recruiting another great freshman class to stack on top of what is, I think, a great freshman class this year. That will be sophomores next season, and you know, we just need to focus on doing the right things and improving, and you know, never being complacent, which I can guarantee you that we're not complacent, that we're trying to improve and are looking forward to using our time in the off season as best we can to do that. You know, I'm proud of the effort that they've put in for 4 years. They're all great kids. They're gonna do great things when they graduate from here, and they're great representatives of our
Congratulations, seniors, on your hard work and dedication to Mooresville football. We love you all, especially Brennan Pelkey.
Shout out to all you seniors. It's a lot of commitment and dedication to do this for 4 years, so congratulations. Go Brennan!
30 degrees. It's 30 degrees and I'm tailgating. I'm loving it. Go seniors, and I'm very proud of you. I enjoy watching you play. Go Mustangs.
Good luck, Joey, on your senior year. I'm so proud of you.
Shout out to my man. That's my boy number 7. Let's go.
Biggest thing I think I'm gonna miss is probably the camaraderie and playing with my brothers. Coming to camp so early in August and just being with these guys up till now, we kind of built a bond, and I feel that's the biggest thing I'm gonna miss. I always do this with my brothers.
Yeah, so like I said, starting freshman year, being able to start, being able to help the team out, win a chip, you know, it was pretty exciting the whole year, you know, just really a lot of excitement, great memories I made with a lot of my friends, being able to just pull out.
After college, I know I want to get my CDL license, so to start trying to be a truck driver like my dad. If that doesn't work, my major is BTech management, so I want to be like a manager of some type of business. Small, big, don't really matter.
I'm going to, my degree is in entrepreneurship and business, so I'm going to pursue a career in sales and management.
So this was their journey. A path that followed a group of men who came together with one objective in mind: win. A story of ups and downs, a story of high and a story of lows. This is The Herd, the story of the 2017 Mooresville State Mustangs.